Okay. Looks like we are now ready to continue, where we will look at different types of problems. So let's refer to this as example number one, whereby we have, let's say, square root of 12 that is being added to 4 square root of 75. Yes, this is what you are given, where you might need to rewrite that 12 and 4 square root of 70. Remember, if you are given a problem similar to this, all that you can do is to simplify because it's an expression. So definitely 12 can be written as what? Is it 4 times 3? It should be 4 times 3. Yes, it should be 4 times 3, where the 75, I think it should be 25 times 3. We've done a problem where the answer was 75, which came from that. So you see, now it should be easier because we have that multiplying that, where you plus by 4, whereby that is multiplying that, and then you have that multiplying that. So we're just doing things in reverse. This is 2, definitely. That one we know most. Plus, we are having 4, which will, what is this? Square root of that, is it not 5? So that means we are having 4 multiplying 5 and then multiplying square root of 3. So we have that 2 there, square root of 3. What is that times that? I think that should be 20. Yes, it definitely should be 20, whereby this times that, is it not 22? Not times, but that plus that is 22 years, and then 22 of square root of 3. This should therefore be the end of it, if you get my point. Okay, it is as easy as that. Let's now jump on to the second problem, whereby an interesting one, honorable member. So here you are having 2 that you need to plus it by 3 square root of 2, and then you are having a squared there. Very, 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 very important. Very, very, very much important that you realize that a squared means 2 of exactly the same thing, because this is one of the tricky questions that you might also need to expect in your exam paper. Is this type of questions that you'll be tested on, not the easy ones that we started with. So if you already find the easy ones difficult, then it means you've got a lot of work to do. The only way is to redo this same thing over and over and over and over again. That is the best approach. So what else? We know that it has to be this by that, and then that by that. This by that, and then that by that. That's what you are going to have to do. Whereby 2 times 2, definitely that is 4. And then 2 times this. It will therefore be plus, it is the 2 that multiplies the coefficient. So that means 2 times that, it will definitely be 6 of square root of 2. And this one, it is the 3 that multiplies that 2, and then it becomes 6 square root of 2. And that multiplying with, excuse me, that, then this is where now you are having a complete different story. It's like you are having that 3 square root of 2 that is multiplying again 3 square root of 2, whereby this multiplies with that. And you remember with the square roots, when you're multiplying those square roots, you just multiply the inside. So in other words, it's 3 times 3, which is 9, multiplied by, then you have square root of 2 multiplying the 2. You know most, this is not new, isn't it? Okay, so now you have the 4 there. 6 plus 6, what is that? Is it not 12? So that means you've got 12 square root of 2 that you will plus it with. What is this? This is definitely 9, that will this times this is 4 most. And the square root of 4 is what? Is 2. So it's like you're having 9 times 2. So you're having 4 plus 12 square root of 2 plus that, not plus but times, it's 18. So it's like you have 18 plus 4, where it ends up being what? Is it 22? It should be 22, that you plus it by 12 square root of 2. And that should be the end of it. Most importantly, you must not use your calculator as you work out these things. Otherwise, you use a calculator, then because they want to check if you are able to simplify the surds by applying those laws and your general knowledge. Okay, let's now look at this one where let's say we are having square root of 48, where we might need to minus square root of 3, where we divide by square root of 27. Okay, I think what we might need to do, it is to actually rearrange that 48. 48, definitely, it is the same as 16 that you multiplied by 3. Minus, obviously, you just have your square root of 3 there. And then 27. Wait, let me try to remember. 27 is the same as 9 times 3, isn't it? 9 times 3 is that. So you will realize that actually when you expand, you will look for that number which is a perfect square or which is not a surd. And again, a number which is not a surd. Just so that you will have square root of that number that will multiply by a surd minus by a surd divided by that which is not a surd multiplied by a surd. Can you see? So definitely, square root of 16 is 4. So that means you have 4, square root of 3, and then you also have that. Square root of 9, it is definitely 3. And then look at this. 4 minus invisible 1, that is 3. 3 of what? 3 of square root of 3. And then it means there you also have that. And then that cancels with that cancels with that. And then you end up having 1 as your final answer. So that's how you deal decisively with it. So maybe let me give you one more problem. Yes, let me give you one more problem so that we will have a look at how these things operate or look like. So let us see. What are we going to be having there? Let's see. Let us see. Okay, let's do this one. Let us now do this one where you are having the square root of 4. We are having x to the 9, and then where we minus by square root of 16, we are having x to the 9, that we divide by square root of x. Yes, this is what you are having, and you've got multiple ways in which you can approach it. But let's do one where we are not taking the shortcuts. Very, very much important there. Can we not, honorable member, can we not say this thing is the same as square root of 4, where we multiply square root of x to the exponent of 9, whereby now we are having square root of 16, which is multiplying square root of x to the exponent of 9. Yes. And then we divide this one by its square root of x. Okay, let me quickly check something. I'm just curious to know if the square root of 4 is that most. Yes, that's it. And then what else are we having? minus square root of 60. Is it not 4? That is 4, Mos. Yes, that is 4. And then we divide this again by square root of that. Let me quickly check something. It looks like we can still say that, and it gives us negative 2 of square root x to the exponent of 9, whereby this is being divided by square root of x. Yes. Look at something, honorable member. Look at this. You have your negative 2 there multiplying. Remember, you have invisible 2 there, also invisible 2 there. So that means this thing is the same as x, and you're having that 9 being the numerator divided by that. And this is being divided by this thing. It is still the same as 1 over 2 because you have invisible 1 there. Nay. Applying the laws of exponents, it tells us that we are going to have x to the exponent of 9 divided by 2, where we minus that 1 over 2 there. I'm pretty sure that by now, you do know very well that you will use your whatever there where you have over 2, and then even if you cross multiply whatever, you end up having 9 minus that, where it gives you 8. It looks like it doesn't end there because 8 divided by 2 is the same as 4, and that should be the end of it. So you will realize that at this stage, when it comes to the surds, we are not teaching you how to deal with the fractions, because an assumption is that we have taught you that in the introductory lesson. So for now, all that you need to do is just to apply what you already know, or what it is expected that you must be knowing by now. Okay, then it's fine. I think we might leave it here for now and say until